was a young chick, and like the grandma was over in Italy or something, and it was the best. Because they were so cute together.
Yeah. Is that like another you?
I think I'll be okay. I'll let you know.
Okay. If it does,
I'm like struggling with communicating what I need right now because I was like.
You don't have to say what you need. You can just say I don't like it, if that's better.
Okay.
I don't like that light, and I'll know what to do.
Okay.
Here we can maybe see about
Okay, we've got
that one off.
to get this to
Just
her.
set it somewhere.
Perfect.
It's hot, so.
Is that? Do you need me to hand it to you for that tripod or that?
Yes, this situation.
Yes.
Sure. Yes, we can do that. God damn it! How did I keep getting the?
Are you done with the broccoli?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
You're okay. I got it.
Spilled the whole goddamn thing.
Okay. So I'm gonna throw this away too.
Thank you.
Okay. So let's see. It'll focus. Kate, use your thoughts. Should I put this spoon in the same pile?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So there. Okay. Ooh, you know what? Nope, that's not how that works. Yeah. Maybe.
You gonna do another podcast?
Yeah, but so this time, is that going to drive you nuts?
So far, so good.
Okay. So,
Also, I want to pee.
okay.
I need to pee.
Let me get this closer to you.
Okay.
Too close, too close.
No, I was like my toes. Yeah.
Okay. So, I have it I have the camera like just set on me so that way we don't have to worry about anything, and then once you feel like you get comfortable, then we'll like put, you know what I mean? But that way so
put
we're
my
not,
face on.
yeah, exactly. And then I am organizing the craft room. Oh, I love that. I love that. You okay? Dude, so Kristen, when she came home or whatever this morning, she was like, so I get up or whatever, at like 10:30, I slept in, and then she's like, when's the last time you've eaten? And I was like, she goes, you need to eat something. And then she goes, I have this, this, and this. And then I was like, ooh, waffles. So then she started making me waffles. She goes, and when's the last time you drank any water? I'm like, she goes, so go drink some water. So I did. And then I got my meds and took my meds. And then she goes, and you need to shower too. Because when's the last time you showered? And I like look at her. She's like, and wash your hair. And I'm like, she goes, yeah, you stink. You gotta do this. And then she goes, okay, so what order? I'm like, meds, food, shower. She goes, okay, that's a good game plan. I was like, yeah. So I mean, prior to me showering today, I feel ya. It had been a minute. Here. Who's there? Who's there, Indigo? I still got my sunglasses on. Oh my. Good Lord. And I still do have like my dream catcher and henna and stuff in the car. I was just lazy and didn't want to carry it right now. And I was like, once I get stuff set up, then I'll be more willing to. What is going on, little buddy? How's it going? Oh, what a good boy. Oh, yeah, good boy, good boy. Yeah.
I missed like the last half of what you were saying. I heard the first part where you were talking about like eating and then this and that. I catch myself though. Okay. Oh no! The dirt. So
What?
I went to go check out. There's the dirt. So this
Oh.
stuff drives me nuts. I have like
Okay.
OCD issues with it. I'm just gonna have to ignore it for right now. I'm just gonna have to pretend
Do you
like.
need help?
Oh, I'm good this time. Thank you.
Okay. Yes. Well, in a minute, I can grab a broom and do it. I just don't want to move your chair right now.
It's okay.
Oh, I got your. Whoops.
Oh shit.
I don't want that to fall, but I also don't want it to overheat. So, let's see what we can do here. That looks balancing. Got your rose.
Oh.
Well, I didn't. Well,
thank you.
Okay, there is a rose for you.
I
I felt like that was easier than explaining.
I like the explanations usually.
Okay, gotta take my shoes off. Okay, so some of the names I came up with because we decided against high and heavy. It was fun in the moment,
Yeah.
but like realistically speaking, I get it. So I put name ideas, something to do with KH. Also, it's live right now, but it's just on me.
Okay.
But and then focus. But so I have a lot of thoughts. They may or may not go in order.
There's no requirements here.
Okay, I was gonna say it's live and it's what is that? That's not. Hold on, is that something in my camera? What is that? I don't
we
know.
have some spirits and gifts.
No, it's like a green, like. I wonder if, like, maybe it's the window that's open because when it's around light, I don't know.
Maybe.
Hopefully it's.
Is it because of the door?
Oh, you know what? I think are there. Maybe. Well, no, because that's the door.
Right.
So then. I wonder if it's the kitchen window or something.
Oh, wait. You're moving. When you move, it goes away.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. I think it's like a lighting source. Wait, over here. No, over here.
Oh, it was, you had it.
But see it in the palm of my hand
Yeah,
right now?
I do. Oh, and then it went away.
Yeah.
Also, I may end up having to wear a mask sometimes. So, like, hairsprays and stuff can send me into anaphylaxis sometimes. So,
Yeah.
we will see.
Okay. But anyway, so it's not but I was thinking of, hold on, my thought. Sorry, I don't have a bra on, and I want my
I never.
nipples to point forward. Anyway. Well, you gotta adjust, you know.
Mine just go down.
There, I think I got it. But like I realized that my idea was kind of like more or less of like us just hanging out and talking, and then it's just like it's out there, you know what I
Right.
mean? Versus like us, it's almost like watching kind of us interact versus like here, let me tell you all about this stuff. You know what I
Right.
mean? So that's why I thought that this would be like a good whatever. I see what you mean though, because now I'm looking at myself and I'm like, Okay, focus,
Yeah,
Kate. Focus.
Right. Something happens.
yeah.
Something happens.
I know.
And I'm like, I can't do it.
I know. Okay, but name ideas. Name
Because
ideas.
then I'll be like, hello.
Yeah. Oh, I did. Hold on. I wonder if there's a way I can edit it because it's not such a private right now. Or maybe it is. No, it's not. Hold on. Details. We'll go private. All right. So. Okay, save.
And we can change them if we decide, like,
Yeah.
oh, we like this, and then we can put it.
Okay, so I am under the impression it is private right now.
Okay. Fair.
Okay, it says so. Okay. I digress. So then it can just be like public, like, but I'm
Yeah.
not gonna edit anything. Like,
Yeah,
like
no,
once it
I
goes
think-
live, it's still all of this bullshit's gonna be in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's fine with me.
Okay. So then,
And I'm still fine with just, like, doing whatever, because I think that's kind of nice to not.
that's what I think too. Hold on.
Turn the volume down, Kate. The volume.
Well, but
The speed. Turn the speed down.
I know, but I also don't want to. I like.
Go out in the middle then. This is the slow zone.
Well, I'm trying to like maneuver it like just a little bit more over. Yeah. Oh no. Hold on. I want to get closer to the chair. Whoa, wait.
Okay.
We'll turn it down.
Turn that bad boy down.
I
You
did.
gotta
It's
you
all
gotta
the way down.
learn the low volume, and then you can turn the volume up as you learn.
Okay.
It's very sensitive. Trust me, if you see all the marks in the kitchen,
Yeah.
like,
We got it.
where-
We got it on slow mode now.
You can, like, when you get the feel of it, then you can kind of just like adjust slowly up.
Okay.
But like it took me a while to like get it like super good.
Okay. Whew.
It's
Okay.
really fun though on like across the bridge. There's a bridge over there.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Yeah, and then like it's big enough you can do a spin.
Well, now I'm sweating. I got myself all worked up.
We can put the fan overhead too on. if
Oh
you
no,
need.
that's okay. I
Okay.
just complaining is all the work and effort I want to put into that. Okay, so the here's some name things that I came up with. So I just put everything's the bullet point form. So I just put KH because like that's both of our initials. I was thinking I'd come back to that and come up with a creative idea, but that doesn't have to happen. Then I put life's a bitch because I thought that was funny because life's a bitch. And then I also after that I was like crazy bitches. I don't like that as much. Then I also put unfocused, and then I thought that was kind of cute. And then I also put
Like it could be like unfocused by KH times 2 or KH squared.
yeah, but like I don't know. I don't want to like force the initials into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then I also put beautifully broken, and then I also did fuck it, and then I also did good times. And so the good times thing is like whenever I talk about something that was like really like traumatic, but I've like dealt with it or whatever, like so we got like roommate Jordan, Hawaii Jordan, and wife beater Jordan. Like whenever I would talk about wife beater Jordan, I'd just be like, oh yeah, good times. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like fucking funny. So yeah. But that's why I was just like, I don't know. Like,
Well,
good times.
I like most of those.
Okay.
I like KH.
Your eyes lit up with unfocused. So I think that that's probably, I'll put a star by that one.
That one, KH, and then what were some of the ones down the line?
Life's a bitch, crazy bitches, beautifully broken, fuck it, good times. I like unfocused.
Yeah, that seems like. That seems pretty on par.
Yeah. And maybe we could always do something with our initials like later on or something. Or like
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kamala Harris has our same initials too.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, so unfolks. So moving forward, that's what the name will be. You know, unless we change it next time. Episode 3, new name.
Kate.
Yeah.
Our discussion on what the title is it's like, well.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so exciting things to tell you first.
Yes.
I applied for a new apartment. Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you. So it's like this old mansion that's like converted into a duplex. Yeah, it's really cool. And so I would be in the upstairs or whatever. I want to tell you where it is, but I also don't want to put that on the internet. But then I'm really excited. Also, do you have any idea how hard it is to like apply for an apartment nowadays? It is insane how like okay, so I swear, well, because the last time I applied for a place was like pre-COVID.
Yeah.
And so it is insane. So there are different like I guess places that own rental properties. So like corporations that own rental properties. So then you have to like make an appointment with them for a viewing, but it's not an actual person. It's just automated system. So the likelihood that a person shows up is, you know, I've had about like 50-50 shots with that. And then not only that, but then you have a leasing agent. So like the property that you're looking at has its own leasing agent that like could be different throughout that company. And then when you apply, the leasing agent has to send your application to the owner of the property.
What?
Yeah, it's all fucked. It is.
What?
Yeah, it is so confusing and like
Oh my God.
hard. And I like.
That's not even.
USA.
But it's very purposeful. That shit's so purposeful, though.
Well, yeah, I mean that's why there's a housing crisis. Is because like corporate. You know, corporations like take over everything. So that was like one thing I was excited to tell
That's
you. Yeah, I know, I'm so
huge.
excited. I haven't heard back yet, but I'm really excited.
Yeah, you'll have to let me know it. You find out.
Yeah, and then hold on, what were other? Now I was looking at my phone, but there was something else that. Oh, I took Thea to the vet yesterday.
Yeah.
We were gonna take her. And she had a bath today. That's what I was going to tell you. Because I didn't want to give her a bath and take her to the, like, vet in the same day. Because, like, that's a bit much, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah. So that's all good.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then... I keep looking at my phone because, like, there was so much I want to tell you. But I am 90% sure I didn't write down half the things I wanted to tell you. I mean, I like, in my mind, I'm like, yeah. But, I feel like there was something I like thought that I put a bullet note here so I wouldn't forget. Oh, I remember. Yeah. I knew looking at my notes would help. It's not in my notes, but staring at the screen helped. I
have so many notes in my phone, I can't even tell you.
Same.
Like, there are systems. I have systems usually. And
Yeah. No, so when you were talking about the happy drink before or whatever, like I have those too, and I actually got the like purple haze like happy drink or whatever. And so when I applied for my apartment, that was Thursday, and then I had therapy Friday, and everything was like going great, and like I was just like on top of the world. And then the other night, it would have been not last night, but the night before, I was like sitting at Kristen's alone. And I love being at, like, I can't wait to get my own place and, like, have my own, like, me time and stuff. And one of the things is I do not like smoking or drinking. Well, not drinking. I'll drink alone. But, like, I don't like being high by myself. And so, and it's been a long time since I've had, like, a BPD episode or anything like that. And so I'm, like, fucking at Kristen's high watching Law & Order SVU, which, like, that in and of itself, like, not smart, Kate. And so then it was funny how you were, like, fucking...
Why can I relate to
I know,
this,
because
like,
this was,
so,
you literally
hard.
You literally had an episode, like, the day before. Not saying it was a BPD episode, but, like, we'll just say, like, a fucking moment, right? So then I'm, like, high as shit, and then like watching the show, and then the like happy drink kicks in, and it's one of those because it's like an edible type of thing. It doesn't hit you right away. It like takes a fucking moment. Yeah. So then I'm sitting there watching this, and I'm like, oh, I wish like someone was here with me. And then I was like, damn it, like I'm alone. And then it was like, oh my god, I'm gonna be alone forever. No one loves me. And like, you know, so then we spiraled, and then we started, and then we're still high, and then we're texting somebody who's literally like deployed out in the Middle East right now about all of this because that's what we chose to do. And so like he's literally like at fucking war in a like combat zone, and I'm like, no. It's like I'm emotionally going through this, and you said you would be there for me. Yeah. So that was fun. And so then
did you like my fort? I was trying to send you a picture of my fort in there in the room.
Oh, it wasn't loading when you sent it, but then I was like, oh, I'll watch it later once I connected to Wi-Fi, and then I just like forgot.
That was from Shane. Shane sent you a message for video. But I sent you a picture of like me. I was trying to show you the blanket.
Oh yeah.
I was like trying to show you the fort, and I was like, I'm not doing very well.
Can I show it on the screen?
Sure. That was my moment.
It didn't scream fort to me, so I was like, okay.
I think it was angle. Angle was the problem because like there was the chair, there was a blanket, it was fort. Okay.
Yeah.
My legs are sticking out. I was like, this is not good.
Yeah.
Not good.
And then I had my psychiatry appointment the next day, and then and I was like, no, it was really great. Like therapy on Friday. Oh, psychiatry is on Monday, therapy's on Friday. And then like between those episodes. And so I was like, no, things have been going really well. Like beds are meeting. Like we live off of that sometimes. Sometimes that's another issue. Oh my God.
That's something too.
We're gonna circle back.
The meds because I have something on meds too.
We'll circle back. And so but then I was like, yeah, but I had an episode like yesterday. I hadn't had one of those in a while, but it was good. And then she's like, well, what triggered that? And I'm just like, well, I was watching Law and Order SVU, and she goes, and that, I'm like, yeah, triggering, which, like, she knows I've done ayahuasca and, like, smoke and all of this, but, like, I'm just kind of like, do I want to tell her that, like, I just got high and, you know, whatever? I was like, no. So we were talking about other meds, and she's like, have you been taking the hydroxyzine as needed? And I was like, yeah, and I have that for anxiety and panic attacks, but, like, unless I'm mid-attack, like, fuck it. And so, and she's like, did you take that? I was like, oh, no. I was like, she goes, how come? I'm like, well, to be fair, I didn't think about it. I was like, because I know hydroxyzine's for panic attacks, anxiety attacks, and then I know when I'm having an EID episode, emotional intensity disorder, borderline, same thing. I was like, you know, I have my steps in my, like, binder and then my, like, folder and, like, the things that I'm supposed to do when I'm having an episode. I was like, so, I mean, like, I just kind of reverted to, like, oh, what are things I should do in an episode? I didn't even think about the, like, hydroxy. She goes, and yeah, that's another, like, you know, tool or something like you can also use. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll have to remember that last time. But then I also remembered that the last time I did that, I overdosed on it. Like, it was like I was having an episode, and then I was just like, I just want to fall asleep and never wake up. But, that was the pro thing. Oh, no, it's okay. This was like years ago. And so, but I remember too, like, this was the pro thing that I was telling my psychiatrist. She goes, oh, is everything okay? I'm like, yeah, honestly, for, like, a BPD episode, like 10 out of 10, I was like, I didn't want to kill myself. Like, I didn't cut myself. I didn't want to cut myself. Because, like, you know how there's times where it's like you won't try to commit suicide, but, like, the thoughts are there, or it's like, I know I'm not supposed to cut myself, but, like,
there's different levels.
Yeah, because previously it was like, you know,
there's
like
actually acting on a plan, there's having an active plan. And then it's like, how often is that like your normal and what's your abnormal? Like,
well, yeah, and like when I'm in the middle of an episode, it's just like
you can't
whatever. And so
can you see
it was
clearly like during an episode
now, but I mean, I've been in treatment for years and years. But like before, no. But like and that was the other thing too, is like this was the first time where I had like no desire to like cut myself or like want to commit suicide or anything. That's so awesome. Like, yay, good job, me.
Yay.
Yeah, so that was exciting. You want to talk about your episode or no? Not really.
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll
so
see.
Not right now?
I don't know if I'm ready to like.
Okay.
We'll see. I want to talk about meds, and then I might talk about my little episode.
Do you want to bitch first about meds, or do you want me to bitch first? Because I don't think we're gonna bitch about the same thing, but maybe.
Yeah, mine will be a little bit different. First, I was going to say that hydroxyzine, I ended up getting prescribed for like my mast cell disorder.
Mhm.
And then, like, I thought I was having a panic attack, and I knew you could take it for panic attacks. So I tried to take that, and it, like, didn't fucking work. Which, now that I think about it, I think I was having a meltdown, and that's the reason it didn't work. Like, looking back on that. And then I was like, oh my God,
with the autistic meltdown, you just gotta ride it out.
Yeah, I was going to say I felt the same way last time. But, like, I did kind of want that to just, like, I just was like, I'm done. I can't just do this. Like, I'm dying inside. But it wasn't like I'm dying, I'm scared, I've got to go to the ER, like a panic attack.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's just different. I think yesterday, like, I was more open to, like, expressing, like, but after looking back on, like, a lot of my life, I think learning that music on repeat for me is really soothing. Like, putting the headphones, like, I got those headphones.
I, like, have to play Candy Crush or Zentile, like, when I'm in the middle of a emotional intensity episode. Autistic meltdown's a bit different for me, but yeah, if I'm, like, having an episode, or even whether it be anxiety or panic attack too, like, having those go-to games is really helpful.
Right.
Because not only is it distracting from, like, the current environment, but it also kind of, it activates the prefrontal cortex in your brain, which is logic, where the amygdala is firing, which is, like, causing, like, the emotional, like, fight or flight. So it also helps kind of calm down the emotional part and activate the logic part. Because when the emotional part's firing in your brain, the logic part's like, yeah, I'm just going to chill back.
Right.
But when the logical part's doing it,
I feel
it's not as much of, like, emotional parts, like, let me chill, but it definitely, like, activating that helps kind of take some of that, like, brain power to. Yeah,
that makes sense, because, like, I was like, what can I do to, like, help this, like, pass, and what can I do to, like, get through this? And I was like, I need a safe place. Like, I haven't been in my space.
Well, and I really
for
like that.
Like, almost a week, and that's, like, my safe little bubble.
Yeah.
And I was like, how can I make that happen in, like, a cocoon situation? And that's where the chair and the blanket over it, like, came in.
Yeah. No, one time I was, like, really fucked up on shrooms and, like, did the same thing, and it was like heaven sent, like, hiding under a blanket.
Yeah,
but
makes a big difference.
With the cell phone games that are, like, what is it, like, problem solving, because like, there's also the trick of, like, what is something you see, what is something you smell, and, like, to get your five senses activated. But when I'm having an emotional intensity episode, like, or spiraling, it's like, well, what is something I, like, see right now? And then it's TV, and, like, no one will love me. Or, like, what's something I feel? The blanket, but I just really want to hug. And no one will, like, it's easy for me to still spiral with that type of thing.
But, like, the more you build these new patterns, because I feel like I have that with, like, a lot of my physical stuff, or my breathing has, like, grounded me in certain ways, but, like, it won't necessarily stop certain things from happening, but, like, for me, it maybe decreases the threshold.
So
of,
for
like,
me,
my
it depends.
irritation during the day.
Yeah. So for me, it kind of depends, because what'll work for anxiety might be different for a panic attack. What works for an EID episode might be different than, like, anxiety or panic. And autistic meltdown's, like, completely different. So it's just kind of, yeah. But I think, because, like, the whole, like, five senses thing works a lot. Yeah, that's my Pikachu. I showered today, so it should smell pretty good. But it's, like, because I do think that helps kind of bring you in the moment when you're having anxiety and stuff. I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, yeah, meds. Oh, wait, are we still? Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just, like, you'll have to remind me about the games thing, because everybody's been bringing up games for me. Like, I've
just
had
download, like, a fun
people,
game. Well, actually, no. I'll send you some.
Yeah, I should. And I do, like, I'd like to hear more, too, about just, like, it doesn't have to be today, but what different episodes look like for you, because, and then, like, what you do for each of them. And, again, it doesn't have to be, like, all today, but sometime, because that would be helpful. Maybe, I think, realizing what other people are doing to help. Like, sometimes it's like, oh, I could try that, and it may fail.
Yeah.
But at least, like, you know, an option. So, like,
Yeah.
With pain, I have like a pain toolkit that I've developed over the years.
You want to try to sit up here? You can try. Wait, let's ask Mom. Is that allowed?
That's fine.
Okay. She said okay.
Yeah, because he gets off if it goes anywhere. You can go up there.
I shut it off.
He's like, Mom,
She said yes, bud.
you can go up there.
No, okay.
It's probably
Mom,
because
I
I
love
grabbed
you.
his attention.
Yeah. This is my favorite.
I know.
But yeah, no, and to be fair, what an episode, like when it comes to Borderline, what an episode for me now looks like is very different than before. But that was one of the things I really loved about Group, because like when we're in there, like there was this one individual who was like talking about a situation, and then they were like, oh yeah, and I jumped on his back or whatever and like tried to strangle him and then like tried stabbing him and stuff, and like we're just in a group where like everyone there's like, oh yeah, relatable, like, and so like that was really nice because
Right.
it's just like everyone can relate to where
Right.
if you talk to someone else like, holy shit, that's fucking crazy, it's like, yeah, like I'm aware, but like if I'm just
Well,
gonna
that's
be
like-
shamed for it, like I'm not
Then you're
gonna
not gonna
fucking say
share-
anything.
Well, and that's where it's like I want to understand
Yeah.
what that experience like looks like for you. If
Yeah.
you're open to sharing, just because.
Yeah, it kind of just depends on the time and like what is triggering for me. And so a lot of times it's a lot of people with BPD will struggle with like verbal outbursts and like saying like really fucked up shit to like so are you talking about BPD like specifically?
Yeah.
I guess. Okay.
Oh, well, anything, but like now that we're on that track, let's do that first. You know, we can
Okay.
like do whichever.
So yeah, so like they're changing the name to emotional intensity disorder.
I like that they're doing that. 'Cause
So it's one of, let me think. So when we had Group and we're there with like other families and stuff like that, because
I'm
everyone
drinking
had
water. You want water?
yeah, I'll go grab a water.
Okay.
My
Otherwise,
mouth was a
we'll
little
never have
dry.
water.
Yeah, my mouth was actually a little dry.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm drinking all of a sudden. Maybe you're thirsty too.
Well,
We have filtered water at the sink.
yeah. Do you have any bottles?
We might have some bottles. Mom, do we have any leftover?
Oh, okay. I like drinking out of bottles. Yeah. I know. I got up a little fast, didn't I? Yeah. That shit'll piss you right off, huh? Yeah, I get it. I get it. So it kind of it really depends on triggering. Anyway, when I was in, so I did steps twice and stairways once, and steps is like how alcoholics have like AA and the 12-step program. Steps isn't the 12-step program; it stands for something, but I didn't care to learn what it stood for. Yeah, and so the second time I was in that, you are supposed to have like a reinforcement team. So someone who is really like close with you, who's kind of like your, I guess, like sponsor, if I'm comparing it to AA, like while you're going through this. Now, the first time I did, the second time I didn't. So on the group where we had all of our like reinforcement team members there, like I didn't fucking have anyone, which like sad, but it's fine. But then, so a lot of times some of the parents were talking about, some people had their parents there, were like, well, she says this like really like hurtful things to me or whatever. And I was like, yes. And I understand. And like, and in this group too, it's like, I'm not justifying anything. I'm just telling you where this person is coming from, because like, clearly you don't get it. It's like, we feel things so intensely that it's one of those of like, we're not saying it because we mean it. We're saying it for usually one of two reasons. It's because our feelings are so hurt and we want to hurt you as bad as you hurt us. So we will say anything we can think of to get you to feel the same amount of pain that we're currently feeling. Or it could be one of those of like, I want you to be so hurt so you can like feel the level of hurt I'm feeling right now. And so it's like, I want to say something to get you to feel as hurt as I feel, so then you know how I
Like
feel, so then you
relatable.
won't do it again. Yeah, because the fact of the matter is like, when you're having an emotional intensity episode and somebody is and like what sets you off could be anything, but it's like your response to it isn't like I guess it doesn't match the problem. And so like explaining to people, it's like, yes, but if you were to like watch your entire family like get murdered in front of you, think of how angry you would feel and think of how sad you would feel. Like that's how this person is feeling when you don't invite them to brunch. And it's like, that doesn't make sense. It's like, yes, that's why we're here, because our brain's not supposed to do that, but it does. And it sucks. And like, unless you understand that and comprehend it, like you're going to be at the like shit end of the stick here, because like when we're having an episode, it's like, you need to know how much pain I'm in so you don't do this to me again, or you need to know how much pain I am in because like this is like, it's kind of a, like you did this to me and like now you have to feel how much pain I'm in too, or you need to feel how much pain I'm in so you don't do this to me again. Like it's very much kind of that. And it's also interesting too because it's looked at as very, very manipulative, which to be fair, I guess it kind of is, but like we don't know that. Like we're not, because the thing is too is like we're just in a state of reaction, not reflection, where like manipulation usually has some of
like
that.
There's
like
an awareness of like, I'm doing this specifically for XYZ outcome.
yeah.
Which I was going to say, like, some of the things I found out fucked up about, like, the DSM and everything like that is, like, the verbiage. It's very based on, like, people from an outside perspective. And so something such as, like, manipulation, I don't know.
Well, and
it's good that we keep looking at stuff, I guess, and, like, how we phrased it and how we've categorized certain things over periods of time.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. I don't know if I have a viewpoint on that because I think like kind of, I don't know, making things like, I don't think the DSM-5 is like for the general public. So I think that like, if the general public wants to be offended by the words, like that's fine. This isn't for you. Like, I don't know. But like,
well,
I also
having
haven't,
my background though too. I have like,
no, and I mean, and to be fair, like I haven't really read it. It's just, I think me as a person, I'm very much, I like to just play devil's advocate in regards to whatever. So I think that if like someone else came at it from a whatever, I would say like, no, let's change the verbiage. But like back when it comes to like the manipulation part, like we're also in an episode, we're just responding, like we're not, or we're reacting, not responding. So it's kind of one of those things of like you're not thinking things through, but also at the same time, there is not necessarily like a desired outcome. Because I've definitely have been in the middle of an episode and someone like was just like, what can I do to make this feel better? Or what can I do to get it to stop? And like, sometimes I'll pause and I'll think and it's like nothing could really, or sometimes it's like, I need you to come here and give me a hug, or I need you to tell me something nice, or it's usually something very, very like simplistic or whatever. Now, granted, I would now look at my notes and see like what the healthy thing to do to support someone in that situation is and things like that and like how to word things, whatever. But I just like, I do want to be clear because it comes off like very psycho, very manipulative, very much like I can see why Law and Order SVU like labeled the bad guys in the episodes BPD or narcissistic or antisocial all the time because like it, or histrionic, because all of those are a cluster B type of personality disorder. And so it kind of is like cluster B is kind of like, oh, villains. But BPD is also a lot of doctors will consider it to be the most difficult like mental health thing to live with because a lot of times it stems from trauma. Most people with BPD like have a history of trauma, but two, it like no matter how painful it is for those around us, it's way more painful for us. And like, so living with it is like really, really difficult. Anyway, I digress. So, but back to like circle back about like meds. One of the things I was like frustrated with earlier is because like I did take my meds and like my ADHD med, it's one of those of like, it works really well, but like I can't, it's like, oh my God, I can only do one thing at once. I can only like focus on one thing. And it's like, because it's like, oh, can you do this? And I'm in the middle of something, but it's not like a well, it is kind of like a hyper focus, but like in a way of like, like, no, like I should be able to do two things at once or whatever. And it's like, I can't, I need to focus, but it's not a hyper focus
having-
where you're like, yay, I'm like hyper focusing. It's like, like, damn it. Like, anyway, I digress.
I was on, well, I have hypersomnia, so I was on ADHD meds for that, but then like I started having heart problems, so I can't take that anymore.
Yeah.
But a new med for my pain management, and which is like, it's making me, I feel like I'm a lot more having neurodivergent like stuff going on. And I don't know if it's my body adjusting to it or like, what was I doing the other day? God damn it. Now I got to think about it. Oh, you see the hallway?
Oh, can I pause?
Yeah.
Yes. So remember how we talked about pausing it? Well, not pausing it, but like ending it at like 30 minutes or so and then starting a new episode?
Yeah.
Can I do that?
Yeah, that's
It's
fine.
at 40 minutes, but okay. So I'm just going to, bye. Okay, so end.